Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to my Steelseries Arctis unboxing. Now, before I get started, just want to say Steelseries is a sponsor of the channel, both YouTube and Twitch channel. So if you're ever looking for new mice, I did an unboxing, and I should really do a review on the Rival 500 that I've been using. If you're looking for a mouse, headset, keyboard, you can go to our Twitch channel, or you can go to the description of the YouTube video, and you should be able to find a link to our Steelseries page, and there's a 10% discount code as well. So, this video, Steelseries has released a new type of headset. This is an 800 series. This was once called the H series. They've now released the Arctis, which is supposed to be, it's kind of affordable, kind of the same affordability as the Siberia, but the wireless one especially is on a much cheaper, not cheap, that's not really the right word, but it's more affordable, because the Arctis 3, 5, and 7, 3 and 5 are wired, the 7 is wireless. I'm going to be unboxing the 5 today and probably unboxing the 7, well, whenever I get that one. So I'm curious to see, because I've always loved SteelSeries headsets for being comfortable. That's actually what sold me on SteelSeries in the first place, was audio quality, but more important, the comfort of the headset itself. So far, the Siberia 350 is the most comfortable. Let's see if the Arctis 5 is going to take that. Now, I have a separate setup for the unboxing itself, and I am doing this live on Twitch, so let's shift over to the other camera, shall we? Alright, so I've received a lot of feedback regarding the angle of my unboxings, how I don't actually show the box. So this is the new setup. It's still a little bit crammed, just because I'm trying to fit it here on this little desk, but it should work better. I'm old school. Whenever I need to remove tape on something, I pretty much just use a pen or like my keys or something that's nearby. Now, let's see. First of all, I shouted this out before I started recording the video. Shout out to SteelSeries, by the way, for not putting an address label on it and just having it delivered to our door. Because whenever I do unboxings, I always have to check to make sure like our address is scribbled out or something like that. So how do I want to tackle this beast? Well, there's tape right here. Oh, no, there's not. It looked like there was tape. It was just discoloring. Looks like I should be able to just lift it up from here. I guess I'll remove this right here first, the little SteelSeries logo. Let's see. I am super old school when it comes to removing labels. I just use like the tip of a pen. Dude, I learned to do this when I was like 13 years old, alright? This is how I was learning, just like, do you have a pen? Yeah, I got a pen. Sure, just use that. Alright, let's see. How am I going to get into this thing? And then you get to realize, oh, here we go, that my unboxing skills are not the greatest. I mean, that's not really a secret. Looks like this should lift up. I'm about to just go ham on this box, though. I feel like I'm stupid because I can't figure out how this actually comes out. I feel like that sticker, I mean, here, clearly this is the spot that I got to be looking, right? Don't worry, we're going to edit out any of the silly stuff. Here we go. There we go. I don't know why. I was looking for that section. I guess I was just looking on the wrong side. What does this say? I can't even read this. What does this say? I'm so lost. I can't. Whatever this paper is supposed to say, I can't read it. Alright, so let's take the Arctis box out of the box, and we can start unboxing the box within the box. I'm just going to throw this down here. You probably see it by my feet. Okay, we got the stickers right here. Ooh, this is pretty nifty. So first of all, before we unbox it, let's take a look at the box itself. Now, I recall this is a different kind of box specifically for this unboxing as a whole. You get some of the specs on the Arctis right there. My camera is, I can only see so much of my camera. There we go. Because it's like flipped upside down. Here, let me get a better view on this. It would help if it would stop flipping itself upside down, but nah, that works all right. So there you go, on that front, rest of the box, the Arctis. And this is the Arctis 5, as a reminder. Okay, so I'm just going to, oh, look at that, just slides right off. Okay. Woo. Nice and easy. Oh, here we go. This is probably what this is supposed to say, but this one of these is like see-through and one of them isn't. I don't know why that's like that. Let's see. Imagine the typical gamer. I can't read it upside down, so I'll show it to you after. If you couldn't picture just one person, good for you. We don't see gamers as typical either. Gaming is a passion and commitment that connects us, not defines us. We believe that a headset for gamers should not look like an obnoxious toy. We believe that a great gaming headset isn't defined by its specs, but by how long you want to wear it, how good you sound to your teammates, and how it becomes a natural extension of your senses. Gamers have compromised sound quality, comfort, and mic clarity for far too long. We challenged everything to deliver the headset that gamers deserve. We are proud to introduce the Arctis. Can you even fucking read it when I hold it like that? Actually, can't you read it like this? You can read it like this. I'm backwards, guys. I'm not used to doing it from this angle. You know me. I usually just sit in front of the camera and hold it up when it's done. Stickers! Look, stickers! Get wrecked. Look at that. Get wrecked. Here, no, now I can definitely see that it needs to be flipped. Loda, there's pizza, SteelSeries, get wrecked. Ravage. Okay. So it comes with stickers. That's... Ooh, what's this? I'm just unboxing all these toys. Oh, is this a thumb drive? I think this is a thumb drive that it just came with. Look. So this right here. I noticed that it has this section right here. This is actually a pop-out. So I'm assuming that this is actually one of those things that you'll pop into like a thumbnail drive. I've never actually been good at doing those installations. I had something like that a while ago. But that also comes with that. We'll put that back in the sleeve if I can manage to do that. There we go. Protect that. All right. And... oh, wow. Yeah, they boxed the hell out of this thing. Look at that. That's so easy to take out. All right, so this is the Arctis itself. Let me actually get it in the camera. You had a better view of it when I didn't pick it up. There we go. Let's see. The microphone comes out like that. Pretty simple. It's got this strap right here for headset comfort, as you can see. And let's see, adjustability. So it goes left and right. I'm assuming I would just use this strap right here for adjustability. There you go. And then we have some of the options here on the side. Volume, the power plug, you know, mute yourself. Standard stuff for a headset. Now, oh, this is the wire. Yeah, this is the wired headset. So the wire itself is probably, with this awesomely boxed beast right here. Well, there's this thing. I always love these things. It's probably right here in the accessories box. Oh, it's actually attached. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Dude, this is great for unboxing. I should do this more often. Let's see. Hate it? Love it. It's asking me whether I hate it or love it, guys. I don't know. I haven't put it on yet. I'll put it on after we're done with this unboxing. What does this actually do? We're thrilled that you're enjoying the Steelseries product. Share your experience. Okay, so this is just encouraging you to give feedback on the product. Product information guide, I mean, that's pretty standard. It's just if you've never worked a headset before, you need one of these. Although sometimes it's nice to have them, especially when you're messing with a new wireless headset for the first time. You want to make sure you're, like, syncing it. But this is a wired headset, so... Ooh, what's this? Oh, this is, so this looks like a volume dial that attaches to the headset itself, in case you don't want to reach for the headset. Yeah, this has, oh, you can, okay, so this actually, okay, this is what it allows. So this is one of those dials that allows you to dial between how loud the game is and how loud your voice over internet protocol, like Skype and whatnot, is. You can see, it might be hard to see because it's engraved on, but on one side it says game, on one side it says chat. So it allows you to adjust the volume between those two things. This last wire right here is probably just the standard wired connector. Now, if anything, I'm more interested in... Okay, yeah, there we go. So I can take this. Let's see how long the wire is, because the reason why I don't use wired headsets, really, is because this size wire is never big enough for me. Like, I usually need to, like, buy an extension of some kind. So what I'll probably have to do here, and it looks like you have to do it anyway, plug in the wire. Is that the right one? Is that the right way? There we go. So plug in the wire, take this wire, plug it into the adjustable thing that allows you to adjust. I just got to make sure that I'm doing this right so I don't break it. There we go. And then I've got all that length. So this is actually a pretty decent length for a wire, like you can see, like as I just kind of go here. That's pretty long. I can't imagine this being too much of an issue when it comes to using a wired headset. Maybe I should use it for the rest of the day then, just to see how it actually works comfort-wise, since I'm so used to having a wireless headset for that reason. Oh, looks like there's one last thing here in the box, too. Let me move the wire out of the way. And it looks like... What's this last thing down here? Okay, let me lift this up. Sorry, I just rubbed my beard against the microphone. Alright, how am I going to get this out? Okay, I'd imagine I want to... I keep rubbing my beard against the microphone. First world beard problems. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so if I don't want to use... This is basically if you don't want to use the little toggle thing. This will plug into the same wire. In fact, let me just show you real quick. Or it just allows for a little bit of extension. So let's figure out which wire this actually goes into. Yeah. So this I could just use to plug in as an audio adapter. It's a little bit shorter, so I kind of want to use the other one just as an extension, even if I just plan to leave it at neutral the whole time. But if you just want to plug this into an audio jack, like your phone or I guess anything, even like an Xbox controller or like a PlayStation controller where you have the thing at the end, it has both USB with the other thing and then this for standard use in case you just have multiple things that you want to use it for. So that's good to know. I was actually kind of curious what that was for a second there. Like I said, I'm never fully educated about these things. Also the box, man, I'm just glad the way that this box like worked for unboxings. Now, if only I was good at doing like real unboxings, that would be the next step, right? Okay, so now that we've unboxed the Arctis, I guess the more important thing is testing the quality. That includes things like the microphone, that includes things like the sound, how I feel about its comfort on my head. So I'm gonna shift over back to the other camera. I'm gonna set this up, and then we're gonna see how it works. Alright, so we're back from the unboxing. I am now wearing the headset, so first thing to talk about is the comfort. Now, it has an adjustable strap right above my head. It's not one of those headsets where you can like pull down on the ears in order to adjust it like that. I tend to break those kind of headsets, so it's while I'm used to the whole pulling down thing, I think that the long-term design of the adjustable strap within the headband itself, and then you can even just remove the adjustable band altogether if you need the maximum size. So I gotta use it more in the long term, but it is comfortable on the top of my head. It's a little bit cooling almost, which is strange because I'm in Southern California and I'm not used to that. The comfort of the actual earpieces, pretty much on the quality I expect from Steelseries. It's a bit softer than the Siberia 350, but at the same time, they're very close to each other in terms of comfort. I might still give the edge to the 350 for me personally, but for people who have, I guess, kind of sensitive around the ears, this might be a little bit better. This also fits around my ears better than the 350 did. So again, it's going to depend on personal preference on that, but this is on par with what I expect from the headset, how comfortable headsets are from SteelSeries. Now the microphone I had to mess around with a bit. I have not adjusted any settings, no audio settings, no SteelSeries engine settings, and this is about a little bit more than a finger's distance away from my mouth. Everyone's saying it sounds good in my live stream, so I'm assuming that means that it sounds good. I can't hear myself right now, like, obviously. So I'm quite happy with this. Overall, I can't complain. Nothing to really complain about. The best complaint I had was the adjustable head strap. That's not even a complaint. That's just different design. You also have the adjustable dial here. Now, I'm not going to notice the adjustable dial difference because I just hit the mic. I just hit the mic itself because I'm the one talking. But I have the ability to adjust between the game and the actual chat functionality itself. So on top of that, let me just feel around, make sure I'm identified with where. So this would be the mute microphone button. Let's make sure it works. If you read my ellipse there, you knew that I said, well, I can see that nobody can hear me, so we know that it's working. Adjustable volume, which is pretty basic of a feature to have. That's actual volume of the headset, though, so unless I'm going to listen to something, it's kind of hard to tell. And then we have all the other ports that we just went through. We had the audio port, and we have the actual port that allows us to plug in. Now, in terms of the sound quality, I'm going to play what is normally my sub sound, and I'm just going to say this sounds way better than the Siberia 350 in terms of the actual sound quality I'm getting. You guys won't hear it reflected in the video, but I'm going to just play the sound so you know what sound I'm hearing. It's something with a lot of boom, and I like to say boom every time, like boom.
Welcome to the Mr. Happy Army.
That's definitely a higher sound quality than the Siberia 200 and the Siberia 350. It's also, you can tell it's got more up-to-date sort of sound technology in general, because like I said, this is my normal SteelSeries headset. This is the H series, which was rebranded as the 800, and I thought that the sound quality and the comfort was really good, especially this part right here that I've indented with my head, as the top of my head, as you can see. But they're very, very close, considering that this is a much cheaper headset. It definitely feels like with the 800, you're mostly paying for the wireless functionality. I'd say that if you don't want wireless, you probably want to go with either the Siberia 350 or the Arctis 5 now. Arctis 3 Arctis 3 or Siberia 200 if you have a lower budget. And then I gotta try the Arctis 7, because if the Arctis 7, which is only $150, which is their new wireless headset that'll be out soon, if that's better than my 800, I'm absolutely replacing my 800 with an Arctis 7. So I'm sure some of you are probably wondering what we're dealing with price-wise here. if I could actually learn to speak a language, that would probably be a good start, because I'm apparently not very good at it. So the Arctis 3 is $80. All three of them have 7.1 surround sound, just to be clear. The Arctis 3 is $80, the Arctis 5 is $100, and the Arctis 7 is $150. They all three of them have 7.1 surround sound. The Arctis 3 has an analog connection type. So that's an important thing to remember. It does not have a USB. It is strictly an analog headset. So if you're going to use it in, with the analog adjustment that I have, if you're only planning on using that, then that's what you'll want the Arctis 3 for. Meanwhile, this is USB or analog. Same with the 7 is USB or analog. Now this has a few flares. This has RGB illumination. It has chat mix, which is this thing right here. Whereas the Arctis 3, it doesn't have RGB, it doesn't have chat mix, it doesn't have wireless. This is also not wireless, this is a wired headset. Now the Arctis 7 is going to have, it won't have the illumination, but it will have the chat mix, it will have the wireless. So you get a mix of functionality there. It's going to depend on what you're really trying to accomplish, but overall, solid launch, I feel. The audio quality is clearly better than the Siberia series. If that's something that matters a lot to you, you'll probably want to run with the Arctis. Comfort, near equal. The mic quality, definitely better than the other microphones that I've used for the Siberia 200 and the 350. Even the 800. I'm not a huge fan of headset microphones. You know me, I like to use a real microphone. But if I had to go with a headset quality mic, my chat's telling me that other than my volume being loud, because I speak loudly, especially with a headset on, that this distance approximately, maybe even a little bit more, is clear and understandable. Still sounds like a headset, doesn't sound like a professional studio microphone. Important thing to remember, but you will be able to communicate properly. That's the important thing. So I'm happy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section on the YouTube video or live here in the chat. If you want to try the Arctis, remember all those details. Check out the Arctis on the SteelSeries page. If you type !SteelSeries in my stream, it'll take you to our SteelSeries page, and there will be a 10% discount, Mr. Happy 10. That's MRHAPPY, all caps 10 for the discount code. And on the YouTube section, I always put it in the comment section as well, so don't worry, you won't get lost trying to find that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this unboxing, get back to my usual live stream program. Thank you those of you watching it live, and thank you those of you watching it over on YouTube. I will see you next time, and until then, take care.